Thank you, Steve-O, for that wonderful introduction. A wise man, isn't he? He's been inspiring us now for the last 12 months. Thank you for that. Deep and very inspirational. Half an hour ago, I had my second glass of orange juice. I'm really wishing now I didn't have it. Man, do I need a loo. Over 12 months ago, I received an email from Jay, who's sitting here tonight, asking client execs to from anybody senior in our group who wanted to join this PFP program. And I volunteered quickly, and before I knew it, I actually was accepted onto the program. The following day, I phoned Jacques Ziesman, who was a colleague of mine who had done the course previously. And after 10 minutes of actually having a chat to him, I thought to myself, what the hell have you done? It sounded like a hell of a lot of work. Again, 12 months later, I found myself thinking, we haven't even scratched the surface. We haven't even started, and we haven't even made a dent on what needs to be done. It's amazing, isn't it? So I'm corporate. We have slides. The word partnership. We've had two fantastic stories here tonight from two inspirational people. Let's talk about the group and the word partnership and what it actually means. So with my partner tonight, we will be talking about the power of partnering, about the partnership, about LC29 being our COP. Partners for Possibility, the word partner is actually in its title. From a smaller group point of view, it's exactly what we do. We partner with stakeholders for the betterment of business from a mutual point of view. You understand then, when I saw Mapule's school logo, which said forward in partnership, and I said, this was just meant to be. This was like a match made in heaven. And I begged Savanthika. I said, Savanthika, this is the way I am. Please find me a partner who is similar to this. And you far exceeded my expectation. Absolutely amazing. When we met in Soweto, we were like strangers all coming together for one meeting. We hadn't met each other. We didn't know who was who, where we were from. We didn't have name tags, nothing. And I likened it in a discussion we had with Mapule recently, saying we were like the single match in a matchbox. Strong, solid, upright, with intent, but still vulnerable. 12 months later, standing here tonight, we're like the remaining matches in the box. Hard to break, strong, unity, and proud of what we are. I'm somebody that enjoys a challenge, and I enjoy being out of my comfort zone. I think it's where you learn more about yourself. You learn what you can do and what more you can do. But I think as business leaders right now, we were absolutely shocked by the challenge that was facing us with these partnerships. And I concur wholeheartedly with the first two presenters in saying what absolute awe we have for the patience and the bravery and the continued sustained smile after being beaten and beaten and beaten. They just get up again and they sprint and they sprint and they sprint. And it's been great learnings for all of us to see how they endure this and how they just continue to commit themselves under the most amazing challenges. You know, in business, we're always taken to a dark area during the day, that spot of pressure, etc. right now. But because of your experience, you can deal with it. You bring in people who said they can actually help you. But this was a complete new world. This was not knowing how do you cope with educational departments' inefficiencies. Can you really make a difference? Should we be making a difference or just working with the individual? So this was one hell of a journey. And I guess the learnings have been multiple for all of us. I mean, for the very first book about listening, I mean, my wife loves me even more right now. I'm a great listener today, I promise you. And I wasn't great 12 months ago, I promise you. But you certainly learn and you adapt. And It's been a fantastic process, and I think every one of us right now in this partnership as a whole and in their own individual partnerships will testament to the fact that just sitting down and the ability just to listen and to digest and have the thoughts going through your mind, we can then try and find alternate solutions for them. It's been really amazing. We're the first to come to solutions, and you make decisions quickly, snap on the spot. This is about just shutting up. And my wife reminds me all the time, if you could do it then, you can do it now as well. So it's been fantastic. But it certainly has been tough. It's been a journey. And we talk about, how does one eat an elephant? Bit by bit and bite by bite. So I think it is a journey. And hence we agreed right now that 12 months certainly isn't enough. There's still so much more to do, isn't there? I see all the heads nodding as well. I think we're all in agreement with it. As I said, we've merely scratched the surface, haven't we? So what are the benefits been, I think, for each of us right now in the group? I think it's a common realization that there's so much more to do. We have to really be part of, making a social impact. I mean, Nas said it superbly well. It's just we have to deliver, we have to be there, we have to stand up. We've sat in these circles every time, and it's amazing how everybody just brings no ego to those sessions. And I think that's why it's worked so well with this COP. There's no egos. Everyone's a strong character in that group as well. And to have strong characters right now just providing great value to one another in a non-conflicting environment and sharing those fantastic ideas and creating a platform for thought has been absolutely awe-inspiring. This certainly has changed my life. I'm sure it's changed Apula's life. I'm sure it's changed everyone's lives in this room as well. And I think let's share that story, because I think it's a wonderful story we need to take back into our own businesses and say, let's continue with it, let's grow it, etc. It really has been fantastic. Apula, you'll be very proud of me. Not Apula, sorry, Savanthica. Savanthica, at every COP, brings us into a small circle. She will not. We took her into the smaller main boardroom once for a meeting. In this lovely boardroom, we got dragged outside, the chairs went outside, and we formed a small little circle. She will not have us in a boardroom environment. I'm trying to find a way of making 5 circles tonight. Sorry, it wasn't going to work. But those circles were all powerful, weren't they? Because when you're this close to a person right now, look at them in the eye, it's humbling. We've seen people laugh in those circles, share stories that they maybe wouldn't normally. We've seen people cry in those sessions. People just being people and sharing life stories with us. It's been absolutely fantastic. I had a Manco for 2.5 days last week with 30 people, and the instruction was to the hotel, we want a circle shape environment. And that will continue. I think it's been absolutely fantastic as well, etc. I think the collective power goes without saying, and I think before I hand over to my wonderful and inspiring partner, I think where we were as a journey as a single match and where we are right now as a bunch, I think you've seen this fantastic learning transpire into friendship, trust, and wonderful respect for one another as well, etc. So thank you very much. Mapuli will now talk about the power of the COP itself. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
A wonderful evening indeed, and beautiful faces looking at me. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mapule Mpotwane. I'm the youngest in the group, not just the youngest. I'm the youngest, and I was always reminded, even in our principals meeting, I have 3 colleagues of mine whom I schooled with from sub A to sub A, sub B, and standard 1. And they were classified as the principals who are elder than me, but I was in the same grade with them. The principal who's standing in front of you is the principal who's heading 2 schools. And I thank this wonderful family, the LC 29. I'm having the strength, the energy, the leadership skills, and the listening skills indeed because of this wonderful group. Thank you, my partner. Thank you for keeping my spirit up. Thank you for making me realize that I have potential and I can definitely make it. As a family, the family of LC 29, we had our own vision. And this vision, we hold it to our heart and we hold it so dearly to make sure that we strive that vision. And our vision is as straightforward to say we all agreed to make a collective difference to each other, and in doing so to positively impact in the life of the student and the stakeholders. I'm saying this because the very same family, the very same LC 29 in my school, by the way, I have 2 schools now. I have Matlapaneng Primary School and I also have Bulelani Primary School. In Matlapaneng Primary School, we have a functional library. Thank you so much, Ellen. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Savantika. I really appreciate it. As school principals, we have common and unique challenges. We always sit together and we always share our wonderful ideas. And believe you me, this position is a very lonely position. As principals, we don't have friends. When teacher sees you with another teacher, that teacher belongs to your clique. So we believe that we need to treat them equally so, love them equally so, in terms of discipline, be consistent to each and every one of us. Listening skill, definitely, it improved a lot. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. As a group, we have shown commitment to this project. We had to leave our schools, not only to be in a group, but to learn. One of the characteristics of an educator is a lifelong learner. So as an educator, if you learn one thing at a day, you've made a difference. And you are definitely going to make a difference to an individual as well. And remember that as a principal, you must be well informed. You must be on the know, knowing a lot of things. And through this project, I managed. And I am here today because of this LC29. We shared our good practices, indeed. It was not easy. You know, I remember one of our colleagues, she had to operate with a skeleton staff. Do you know how painful it is? As a principal, you need to make sure that there is an effective teaching and learning that is taking place. You need to make sure that the finances are well taken care of. We are also social workers. And remember and bear in mind that we are also faced with the kind of learners that we are scared with as well. That the very same learners that we are teaching, we are scared to tell them as and when they are wrong. We have lost one of our teachers in actual fact, a 24-year teacher who was looking forward to teach an African child. Unfortunately, he's no more. This is the kind of situation that we are faced with. It's very sad. May his soul rest in peace. We became a family, indeed. You know, it was not only about our workplace, it was also about our families. We call each other. We share ideas. We support one another. And what I like most is that we are still going to continue. This is not the end of the journey. my partner and Savantika and the rest of the group, we agreed that we are going to proceed. Remember, we had goals. There are short-term and there are also long-term goals. We managed to achieve the short-term, but we still have the long-term goals. Thank you very much. Let me also introduce my sister, my friend, and the principal, and she also mentored me, Snooky. Over to you, ma'am.